I feel like Innovate gave me a new lease on life.
My grandmother and my mother, they were called the helper.
And I've always had a passion for helping people.
Good evening and welcome to Bridging Birmingham. I'm Jason Mathews.
And I'm Melanie Posey Joseph. As you know, February is Black History Month. It's a time when we recognize and celebrate the achievements of people of African descent. But there are many African Americans we don't hear about. Some are right here in Birmingham.
That's right, Melanie, and that's where our show, Bridging Birmingham, comes in. And we take it a little bit further. Bridging Birmingham shines the spotlight on some amazing women, minority, and African American business owners.
That's right, but before we begin our show, we want to invite you to be a part of Bridging Birmingham. So if you know someone with an inspiring story, we want to hear from you. All you need to do is scan the QR code right there on your screen.
The code will take you to a link where you can tell us all about you're a nominee.
So let's get started. As we all know, the pandemic has brought many challenges to our everyday life. Our relationships with family, friends, and coworkers are no exception.
We've definitely seen an increase for mental health services since the start of the pandemic. Families are spending more time together. People are working remotely. Couples are spending more time together than they have previously. Kids are virtual schooling.
I'm Lynda Price, owner and lead therapist of Healing Transformations, LLC.
And I'm Vitress here, one of the therapists here with Healing Transformations.
We go through so many seasons in our life, so many people that we've lost. How do we recover from that? How do we recover from a hard childhood, divorce, a lot of different things? You need help through some of those seasons of your life.
We've been fortunate enough to take on as many clients as we can, having a full caseload, and then of course we partner and refer out to other agencies as needed.
I grew up in a small town called Ellisville, Alabama. I started my college journey in the 10th grade. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew college was going to lead me exactly to where I needed to be. And I've always had a passion for helping people. And as a child, I was told that I've always had a healing spirit. I went to school to be a nurse. I started in nursing school and I was just drawn to therapy, and I ended up changing my path from nursing to psychology and to counseling, and I've been here ever since. I do some speaking engagements with different agencies, and we've been trying to provide services to the community. And we've also, within the last year during COVID, provided scholarships for people that were seeking therapy but may not have had the means to complete it. So we did that as well. We partnered with a few agencies. What motivates me is change. I want to see people change, and I want them to be a better version of themselves. I know what it feels like to be a version of yourself that you don't like and that you want to change, but you don't necessarily know how. So being able to have that wisdom to speak to who they're becoming, not necessarily who they are right now. That's what motivates me, knowing that wherever you are right now, you don't have to stay there. You can change. We're always changing. We're not the same people we were last year or yesterday. We're always evolving and letting people know that you can evolve too.
After the break, we'll hear from a man who, after 4 years of college and a degree in engineering, realized he didn't want to be an engineer.
After receiving his degree from UAB, Kendall Jackson realized he didn't want to be a materials engineer, so Innovate Birmingham gave him a second chance.
My name is Kendall Jackson. I'm connected with Innovate Birmingham by being a previous cohort member of the program in the data analytics bootcamp. I found out about Innovate Birmingham while at UAB. I had always been interested in what the computer science majors were doing. I graduated with an engineering degree, but I didn't want to do that long term, I should say. Well, Innovate Birmingham has been great to me. I was able to get a job right after graduation at Motion Industries. So I feel like they prepared me for a great career, not only after the program, but just in my life in general. It gave me a new perspective on life and a new perspective on things that I didn't know were possible. I didn't even know what a data analyst was at first, but I figured that this would be a great career change for me, and it's just a great avenue to be in.
Think Data is a curriculum partner to Innovate Birmingham, and what that means is that we provide what we call a living curriculum. It changes with the trends and the needs to stay on top of the market trends. And also as a part of that curriculum development and partnership, we provide training expertise. So we have actual data analytics trainers involved with the students every day. We're going to be able to immediately enable the students who come through the data bootcamp to get that data credential.
So if it hadn't been for Innovate Birmingham, I would probably be working some engineering job that I didn't want to do. I feel like engineering was not for me, and I feel like Innovate gave me a new lease on life in my career. So I feel like without Innovate, I probably would be doing something I didn't enjoy doing, and I'm just grateful for Innovate, you know.
His name is Prince Jeffrey Rainey, and his mother and grandmother's devotion to helping the sick and elderly inspired him to do the same. So Rainey started his own company, but getting his business up and running was harder than he realized.
My name is Prince Jeffrey Rainey. I'm the owner and administrator here at West Garden Home Care. We offer services such as personal care, transportation, we run errands, we provide relief for the family caregiver, which is respite care. My grandmother and my mother, they were called the helper. They cleaned, took care of elderly people, they took care of individuals that were disabled. Sometimes my grandmother and my mother would go and clean houses for free. That's really what started it. I wanted to, do the same thing. I seen how much they cared for it and how much it helped that person. There was a time where I didn't know if I wanted to do it anymore, because I would go to assessments and I would, even see people out at the gas station in wheelchairs and try to get them to come, to my company so I can provide services to them. When I did that, and they said no, and I got all the way in the home, I just felt like nothing. I felt like, okay, I'm not doing something right. Is it gonna happen? And it actually took about 2 to 3 months for everything to even kick off to get a client. So, I mean, yeah, it was rough. I would tell them, pray, ask God, stay focused, be determined, never listen to nobody else, and don't fear leaving your 9 to 5. Even if you don't have a savings, don't fear, because when you pray with God, and you believe in Him, you have that faith in Him, He's gonna make a way out of no way.
And just as a reminder, if you know someone with a truly inspiring story to tell, we would like to hear from you. Just scan the code on the screen and tell us about this amazing individual. Joel Caldwell is an associate lawyer at Corey Watson Law Firm. Caldwell says his father, his faith, and his desire to help others is why he became a personal injury lawyer.
Joel Caldwell, I'm an attorney and I'm an associate attorney here at Corey Watson Law Firm. The reason I decided to become a personal injury lawyer because I've always had a passion for people, and dealing with personal injury clients, people have been physically harmed. Most of the time they've been harmed very badly, and a lot of times they might deal with these issues for the rest of their life. With me being a personal injury attorney, I can get them some type of financial compensation, some type of help, because they got enough on their plate trying to recover from whatever physical injury they've had happen to them. Well, my family, my parents, John and Charlene Caldwell, they've been married for over 40 years. They raised me in a household to love each other and to love others. And so just seeing how they love each other in their marriage, how they've raised me and my siblings. My inspiration also has been my faith in Christ. Everything I've been able to do, God has blessed me to do. I understand that I'm not just successful on my own. God's given me the wisdom, and He's just guiding me along my path. Core Washington does every gamut of personal injury you can think about. We have a class action, mass tort, single event, and pre-lit department. And we handle cases from all over the nation, not just in Alabama, but all over. And two, it's just a great, diverse group of people. And I know the attorneys here generally care about the clients we serve and the community. Core Washington Cares is what we try, is the mantra of our law firm. It's because we are who we are because of our service in the community and the people we serve. And so Core Washington Cares is just our desire to be involved in charitable organizations around the law firm. Very early on in the 90s, we got involved in breast implant cases. And because those cases were very helpful to our clients, we decided to be involved with the Coleman Foundation. We still serve with other charitable organizations such as Children's Village. And also we donate to the Children's Hospital at the Sugar Plum shop during Christmas time. I would say have confidence in yourself. My parents at a very young age instilled in me have confidence in myself, have faith in God, and also to surround yourself with the right type of people. Birds of a feather flock together, and that proverb is very true. If you want to be successful, you surround yourself with successful people.
This next story is about a businesswoman who saw a need in the community during the height of the COVID shutdown.
My name is Lillian Kate BUSHELON. I'm the manager at BUSHELON Funeral Home. My father actually started in the funeral industry as a child. When he got the opportunity to own his own funeral home, he jumped on that opportunity and started the funeral home here in 1976. And from there, he's gone from one small white house to a block-long funeral home where his entire family works. BUSHELON Funeral Home is a pillar of strength for the community. We're here just to take care of the bereaved community, but we've tried to kind of expand that and take care of our community as a whole in West End. West End Food Truck Park was started last year in October. We started out with one food truck, and from that we've grown to 12 food trucks that we have here today. We've gotten a lot of people just coming out just to see others. A lot of people during COVID weren't able to see their friends and whatnot, so I have a lot of people who just call and say, hey, meet me at the food truck park. With our food trucks, they pay a weekly fee, and with that weekly fee, what we've done is we put it all in a pot. We have an elementary school that's about a block up from this funeral home. We actually gave that money to them, so we were happy to give $6,000 to the school last week. And just talking to the principal, she said that she had just had a conversation with God saying, well, how am I gonna do this? They don't have furniture for their technology class. So that's gonna definitely help them and bless them with the things that they need in their school. And I think that that's important to really pour in love on the students at Hemp Hill Elementary, because that's the future of this community. If they see that a business in the community cares about them and wants them to have the best of the best, then maybe they will grow up and they'll continue to do that for others. So hopefully we're kind of paying it forward and hoping that it will change the culture of this community.
Stay with us. More Bridging Birmingham in a moment. We want to introduce to you a man who after 6 years was laid off from his job, so he decided to make a bold career change.
I'm Narada Garrett, owner of Sneakers Inc. We're located right here in Hoover, Alabama at 3704 Lorna Road. Our store, we do buy, sell, trade, and we do consignment. Most of the stuff we sell is new. We do have a few used shoes kind of mixed in there, but we mainly try to focus on new shoes. We sell mainly Jordans. We got Nikes, Air Max, Yeezys, off-white stuff. It's just what sneakerheads are looking for nowadays. You know, it constantly changes, so, you know, what's in style now, you know, might not be in style a couple of months from now. It might be something new. So it constantly changes, and we try to stay up to date on that. We've been open for 6 years now. This is a family-owned business. We got, you know, some of my family working here, a couple of friends. I majored in criminal justice at UAB. I actually got my master's in it as well, and I worked in my field for about 6 years, and then I was laid off, and then it kind of opened me up to try to, you know, take some chances to start my own business. You know, I've been passionate about sneakers my whole life. Like, it was something I grew up an athlete, and it just kind of went hand in hand. And I was like, you know, I want to do something that I'm passionate about. It was a rough start the first couple of years, like any other business. But, you know, after a while, it started to pick up. People kind of learned about where we were, you know, what we do, and, you know, we're doing really well now. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't be afraid to take risk, you know, calculated risk, you know, to get your dream going. You know, just go after it with everything you got. You know, as long as it makes sense, just go after it. And, you know, if you give it your all, you're gonna get, you know, good results after a while. It's not gonna come easy. It's gonna take a lot of hard work.
He's an artist, entrepreneur, community leader, and author. Plus, Larry Thornton was the first African-American to own a McDonald's franchise in Birmingham. And his son Dale has been right by his side the entire way.
I'm Larry Dale Thornton, Sr., and I'm president of Thornton Enterprises.
And I'm Dale Thornton, and we own 7 McDonald's in the Birmingham area.
Our first restaurant opened in 1992. It was the first restaurant, African-American owned restaurant in the city of Birmingham, so it's a pretty big deal. The mayor, county commissioners were out, business leaders. This is one of the finest young men that any father could ever expect to have. He was 10 years old when we opened the first restaurant, and his title was Playground Manager.
You get the balls. That was back when you had the balls and you play place and whatnot. And like I said, I was probably more in the way than ever, but I made $2 an hour, and I thought I was rich. And my first day, I worked 9.5 hours. He gave me a $20 bill, and I was rich.
It was my way of getting him to understand the basics of the business, and he's done very well, that to the point now he takes the lead. In fact, I go to him with questions. I have been writing, and I'm so proud of this book and the mentoring program. I'm not pushing to sell the book. This is strictly a nonprofit venture. We have been on more than 30 college campuses. I've delivered 4 college commencement addresses, all as a result of this book. And just recently, we've just learned that Central State University, Wilberforce University, Rust College, and now Miles College have all adopted for credit something that I wrote from the guy who failed senior English and graduated in summer school. To be able to talk about one of our store managers who was in a shelter 4 years ago, she and her 3 kids, and today running one of our more profitable stores. That's where the value is. There's something much more significant than making $1, and that is making a difference. And that's what Dale and I are committed to every day. And we share those philosophies of thought on a continuous basis.
That's it for our show tonight. We hope you enjoyed it.
And remember, we want to hear from you. If you know someone with a truly inspiring story, scan the code on your screen and tell us about this incredible person. Who knows, we might see them on the next Bridging Birmingham.
That's right. So thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time on Bridging Birmingham.